time ago, and I haven't like trained and like meet the proper people to talk to. So yeah, so because I love to learn language, it feels like I can learn language like easily. Jadi dulu itu aku pas belajar bahasa itu sebenarnya rada dipaksa guys, ya rada dipaksa sama orang tua. So my parents kind of like forced me to learn English because I was like I don't know if you guys believe this, but I was kind of like an introvert person back in the day.
Mm.
So my parents forced me to learn something so that I won't just like stay at home playing video games and watching animes and doing nothing, literally nothing in my life. My parents forced me to like you need to start something, you need to start doing something. So yeah, so long story short, I learned English when I was at junior high school. Saya belajar bahasa
Mm.
Inggris pada saat SMP, mulai SMP itu orang tua udah coba untuk ngeles, dilesin lah, sebenarnya di English course di Unram. Itu ayah saya yang benar-benar ngepush saya untuk belajar bahasa. And then setelah bahasa Inggris sudah mulai saya rasa, oh nyaman nih belajar bahasa. And I think ini masuk di passion saya dan akhirnya di SMA itu udah mulai pede. Setelah itu lulus SMA, before I continue my study to the next level, which is university level, I went to Kampung English Pare. You
Oh, you
guys
went
like
before
possibly know?
uni.
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
I went to Kampung English Pare for a couple months. Jadi saya pergi ke Kampung English Pare untuk beberapa bulan, tepat sebelum mulai perkuliah. Jadi begitu nyampe di sana, uh, aku belajar, and then just for I mean like I was planning to learn English there for 4 months, but for the first month, I took some like placement tests, and they put me in like intermediate, like pre-advanced level. Jadi sebelum advance, sebelum jadi tutor. So
Pas
like I learned.
di Pare.
Yes,
Already.
yeah. Jadi
Oh,
for
okay.
a first for apa for a first month, I learned try to like keep up with all the materials things. Terus setelah itu ya they chose me to be a mentor for the next 3 months di sana.
After 3 months or after udah berapa bulan tuh?
After 1 month.
Oh damn, bro.
So
That's fast.
because I had to keep up. I have to keep up with the all the materials they
Oh.
have been already given to all the students, kan?
Mm.
Even though I don't know what I've been thinking. I mean, like I don't think that I had the ability to like understand English at that time, but they saw my I don't know, like
Potential.
my hidden skill, yeah, my potential. That's
Mm.
what I'm talking about. So yeah, the first 1 month I learned. I try to keep up with all the materials, and then yeah, for the next 3 months, yeah, they chose me to be a mentor. So yeah,
Nice.
and after that, lanjut ke kampus, ke
Yeah,
apa namanya, ke
I actually have a question
perkuliahan, ya.
about that. Kenapa
Yes,
you didn't continue in English? Why did
yeah, that's
you
a good
Why
question.
did you go to
All right,
communications instead?
I okay, okay. I knew like I mean like you're not the first to ask me
Yeah.
this question actually. Yeah, like a lot of people when they heard about my stories, I told them that I'm not originally from English education.
Mm-hmm.
So my bachelor is communication science. Jadi aku tuh bukan dari jurusan bahasa Inggris, guys. Jadi aku tuh jurusan ilmu komunikasi di University of Muhammadiyah Mataram, di Universitas Muhammadiyah Mataram. So ya, kenapa nggak ngambil bahasa Inggris aja gitu loh? Udah ada nih. You already have the foundation. You already have kayak misalnya di bangunan, udah ada pondasinya. Kenapa nggak dibangun aja rumahnya gitu kan? Gitu kan. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the reason kenapa aku nggak ambil jurusan bahasa? Karena kemarin itu my parents, especially yeah, my parents think that my English skill is more than enough. I mean like
Oh,
they
interesting.
didn't really think that I'm about to like being like apa ya, kayak bener-bener bakal fokus di Inggris doang gitu loh. Mereka
I see, I
nggak
see.
bener-bener ya berpikir kalau aku tuh bakal fokus di bangsa. Jadi nggak di expect gitu loh. Kalau aku tuh bakal ada di tahap ini. Jadi that's why they told me to like to try and pursue a new journey which is communication science. So di
Mm.
communication science apa aku tuh nggak cuman belajar ilmu komunikasi. Jadi di kampusku tuh ada program dia beasiswa guys. Jadi SPP ku tuh kayak yang gratis SPP, tapi I had to learn Arabic language for 2 years.
Oh, in
That was part, yeah,
communication?
yes, in communication. So like originally it's not like communication science, like casual communication science. It was
Mm.
Islamic communication science, more of a how you like
Oh, interesting.
persuade people to do good deeds, like Islamic deeds, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Ya, jadi ya jurusanku tuh ilmu komunikasi dan penyiaran Islam guys. Jadi nggak yang casual ilmu komunikasi, tapi lebih apa? Aku juga belajar kayak bahasa Arab, terus hafalan hadis gitu kan. Terus ada ya gitulah tentang KPI gitu. Kalau mungkin teman-teman kepo apa itu KPI,
Mm-hmm.
boleh coba di share di Google aja. So yeah, makanya I had to learn Arabic language for 2 years, and surprisingly I was able to keep up. Padahal apa namanya di placement test awal aku benar-benar masih di level tamhidi. Tamhidi itu literally it was basic setara
Zero.
basic English.
Mm-hmm.
Tamhidi sebutannya. Tamhidi itu di awal banget. Di Tamhidi aku tuh saking nggak tahu bahasa Arab. Jadi kan placement test tuh apa namanya itu apa ya, sheet of paper, lembaran kertas isinya soal gitu kan.
Yeah.
Aku nggak tahu mau tulis nama di mana isinya. Saking aku nggak tahu kalau di bahasa Arab itu mana. I don't know
Fair,
a
fair.
name di mana. Aku nggak tahu jurusan di mana ditaruh. Aku nggak tahu semester di mana ditaruh. Aku nggak tahu apa namanya tempat tempat lahir dan tahun lahir di mana ditaruh. Aku cuma benar-benar isi. Dan
Mm-hmm.
ternyata kebalik aku ngisinya. Itu benar-benar it shows that I was apa namanya very basic.
Yeah.
Kan I was basic ya, apa very beginner intinya itu. And yeah, and then 2 years I had to like apa namanya continue my uh, Arabic language. So yeah, jadi ceritanya panjang banget guys kalau untuk belajar bahasa Inggris. And until this day I haven't really think that I am enough. No, like every day if I think that I found something new, I found some like new vocabularies. Kalau misalnya aku nemu vocabulary yang baru, aku catat terus. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
especially buat teman-teman yang suka nonton Netflix mungkin, ya, suka nonton film, ketemu kosakata yang baru di bahasa Inggris, jangan hesitate to take notes. Okay, catat. Kalau misalnya teman-teman nggak paham artinya, cari tahu artinya itu. It helps a lot. Like I swear to God, I won't lie, bener-bener ngebantu banget. Jadi kayak aku kayak bahasa-bahasa yang jarang dipakai itu ya, kayak misalnya tuh jurisdiction atau jurisdiksi. Jurisdiction itu kan kayak apa ya, itu kalimat-kalimat yang biasa dipakai di dunia hukum gitu kan. Jurisdiksi itu kayak apa namanya, kewewenangan suatu lembaga. Jurisdiction itu
Mm-hmm.
kalimat tuh aku nggak belajar dari kamus, aku nggak belajar dari apa ya, aku nggak belajar dari buku Inggris manapun, aku denger dari film Black Panther. Ada film Black
Mm-hmm.
Panther.
Yeah.
Itu salah satu scene-nya tuh dia bilang, no, you don't have jurisdiction here. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have the right to arrest people. Ada salah satu scene di situ. Aku belajar apa itu jurisdiction. And then I
Mm-hmm.
started to like, oh my god, it feels great. Jadi kayak gitu guys. Jadi jangan batasi diri kalian kalau misalnya pengen belajar itu dari satu sumber aja. Jangan fokus ke buku. Kalau misalnya teman-teman nggak nyaman dengan membaca buku, nggak apa ya, bukan tipikal orang yang suka baca buku seperti aku misalnya. I had to be honest. I had to be honest. I don't really like no I have to. If I had to like if I had to tell you the truth, I'm not like a book guy. No, aku nggak suka baca buku. If I had to like kalau harus memang kalau misalnya tuh aku jadi mentor harus nyari kayak apa ya kosakata baru baru aku buka kamus. Tapi kalau misalnya di kesaran aku jarang. Aku lebih ke misalnya audio guy. Oke, okay? Aku lebih ngedenger.
Audio. Dengar apa
Yes.
tuh?
Ya,
Voice learning,
podcast.
ya learning
Yes, voice
through
learning.
hearing, ya.
Oke. Dan apa yang kayak teman-teman lihat juga di activity room, makanya kenapa activity room itu begitu penting teman-teman. Jadi di activity room itu ada teman-teman juga apa ya tempat teman-teman untuk langsung praktek. Jadi aku itu kalau audio guy karena audio guy aku ngedenger doang jadi nggak jarang praktek pada saat itu. Jadi bingung aku tuh kayak mau praktek kemana ya? Apakah bener nih? Kira-kira pronunciationku bener nggak ya kalau ngebaca ini? Pada saat itu aku nggak punya apa speaking partner seperti itu atau aku nggak punya mentor yang bakal ngawasin aku. Tapi di activity room teman-teman itu kalau misalnya dapat task yang baru, tugas yang baru, jangan khawatir. We won't judge you like 100%. Kami nggak bakal ngejudge Anda, pronunciation Anda yang kurang sempurna atau bahkan sama sekali tidak ada yang benar dari pronunciation. No, kami tidak akan ngejudge kalian. Yang ada kami akan coba untuk memperbaiki. Itu karena apa ya? Aku pernah dengar satu quote dari dari salah satu guruku bilang apa ya? Kejahatan yang paling besar dari apa ya saat menuntut ilmu pengetahuan adalah pembiaran
Oh,
atas ketidaktahuan.
yeah, I
Oke, okay?
remember that. Yeah.
Itu kejahatan terbesar. Jadi teman-teman itu kalau misalnya tahu tentang suatu ilmu, tapi nggak ada sama sekali yang apa ya negur teman-teman kalau itu ilmunya salah, itu apa implementasinya salah, cuman dibiarin
Just
doang,
the
pembiaran
wrong.
saja. Itu salah banget. Tapi di activity room kami bakal komentari, bukan komentari because we are evil, no. We are trying to help. Oke. Okay? Kita mencoba untuk membantu. Oke, okay? Gitu. Alright. Mungkin itu aja dari aku ya. Kalau misalnya teman-teman pengen nambah lagi, pengen pengen nanyain sesuatu yang lebih spesifik, mungkin setelah cerita dari Bro Haidar. Because yeah, this is me. I am Roms. I'm still in Indonesia. Like kalau misalnya aku implementasi bahasa Inggris itu cuman kalau misalnya ketemu atau ngobrol sama teman-teman yang foreigners. Oke. Mungkin one more thing, kalau teman-teman pengen dapat juga teman speaking juga yang nggak cuman dari forum di sini, forum voice, teman-teman bisa coba ngobrol sama bule di social media atau bisa coba Ome TV, tapi Ome TV-nya jangan Indonesia. Coba yang VPN terus keluar negeri. Pokoknya cari teman-teman itu speaking partner yang bisa teman-teman ajak diskusi. Mereka tuh nggak ngajar secara
Not
secara
directly, nggak
ya
directly,
mereka
tapi
nggak ngasih tahu secara verb, tapi
as you talk with them kan, as you talk with
mm-mm,
them, kayak berbahas
you will try to adapt.
ya bahas berapa kayak random topics gitu,
Mm-mm.
then as you learn, kayak kemajuannya is not directly, nggak secara direct tapi lebih indirectly, kayak you belajar dari sikapnya, sifatnya, how they use their
Mm-mm.
vocabs gitu, and then you adapt it to your own language. Dan
Yeah.
itu juga kayak the environment yang kita mencoba untuk membuat di voice juga, cause
Yeah.
we don't usually, unless kalian sama mentors masing-masing with the mentorship on demand program, kalau di forum we try not to comment directly karena we want to make it kayak environment yang lebih friendly, kayak from there it's more like belajar indirectly, how misalnya kalau di talk show how me and Roms talk or how the guest talks, just like absorbing the informasi, and then kind of in the activity rooms we want you to try the praktek informasi yang udah didapat, ilmu yang udah didapat, coba gitu. and then as you
Hmm.
make mistakes here and there, and then as you learn from us, itu kemajuan bahasanya bakal lumayan sih. I think you'll progress a lot, especially if you also have a mentor.
Okay. So yeah, as I mentioned before, because I spent my time mostly di Indonesia, jadi aku tuh kayak apa namanya paling nyari speaking partner tuh yang di luar, guys. Jadi cari speaking partner kalian. Karena sekarang di Voice kan udah ada apa namanya one on one mentorship demand kan. Jangan lupa di sign in, jangan lupa daftar, guys. Itu sangat sangat worth it. Jadi kalau teman-teman yang malu misalnya nge-approach foreigners ya untuk ngedeketin orang-orang yang bule, takutnya diajak dibilangin ah takut lah Mas Romi, takut aku tuh dibilang kayak so SKSD, so kenal so dekat gitu. Ya udah, kalau misalnya kalian ragu, sign in di ini mentorship one on one itu, guys. Itu ada mentor yang bakal temenin kalian, ngoreksi kalian, dan nge-share pengalaman kepada kalian biar kalian tuh bisa implement langsung kayak gitu. Oke.
Yeah.
So tell us about your story, Bro Haidar. Yeah, so actually like I kind of like excited to know about your stories
Yeah, I
because
don't
I
share it
just
often.
know like a
Kayaknya
little.
nggak
I
pernah.
mean, I just know. I mean, we know like for like almost 2 years now, yeah. But I still like know little things about you and how's your endeavors and everything before you like took a uh, a, a huge step to like to other nations like Indonesia. So let us hear from Mr. President. So do you have some story that you wanna like share to us?
Yeah, just like according like obviously kayak our path, kayak perjalanan kita benar-benar beda. Roms kan asli Lombok dan stay in Lombok. For me, I'm not
Yes.
even from Lombok, tapi dari Pekanbaru. And even if I say dari Pekanbaru, it's hard to justify it. Kayak enggak, susah menjustifikasi karena I didn't stay there for very long. Kayak lahir di 2000 and then dari 2005 kayaknya udah keluar dari Pekanbaru. Already left Pekanbaru and then I was in Jawa for a bit. And actually, um, obviously I learned English dari childhood, but I still remember a little bit of kayak perjalanannya when I learned English, cause sebenarnya I knew how to speak Norway sebelum aku tahu bahasa Inggris. Sebelum aku belajar bahasa Inggris, I actually knew how to speak Norwegian, kayak that Scandinavian country that Holland is from. I knew how to speak that first, because that's where I moved to for the first when we moved out of Indonesia, kayak pertama kali keluargaku pindah dari Indonesia, that's where we immigrated to first for a year. I think I was like 6, 7 years old, and then I actually knew how to speak Norway for a bit. I had no idea how to speak English at all. Tapi di situ aku belajar Norwegian. I can't remember how I learned. Tapi if I remember correctly, kayak ada guru spesifik gitu untuk immigrants in their school. They have like a specific teacher, and I think she's Indonesian too, if I remember correctly. It was funny. I think she was also Indonesian and she was in Norway, so she taught me directly, and then I knew how to speak Norwegian within a month or two. And I was 6, 7 years old. Um, but for the first few weeks or months, like I had no idea. I had no idea how to talk Norwegian. Gak tahu cara baca Norway, and like I'm pretty sure I got bullied for it a little bit. Tapi if I remember correctly, but um, but yeah, I learned Norwegian after a while, and then we were there for a year, and then I actually started learning English. Pas bukan in English country, but actually in Arabic country di Qatar. So we moved to Qatar, and then there I only knew how to speak Norwegian and Indonesian, so I can't use any type of language di country itu. And there actually, I'm pretty sure on top of school, kayak di sekolah nggak ada yang karena aku ikutnya sekolah internasional where they spoke English and I had no idea how to speak English. I actually had to take extra classes every after school just to keep up with the class materi, at least for the first year if I remember correctly. Kan jadi setelah sekolah tuh kayak 7 jam, and then I would do another 2 to 3 hours of extra classes, probably 2 hours. 3 is probably a bit much. Probably 2 hours if I remember correctly of extra classes. Pas di pas baru pindah ke Qatar itu just to keep up with the international school. So then in that school I would learn English from the very basics gitu untuk 4 year. And it's like any other private English school. They teach you from the basics, and then they like help you progress moving forward. Tapi I think one of the things that helped me the most, seperti apa kata Roms tadi, as a kid you love to watch shows kan, you love to watch cartoons and whatnot, and semua kartunku yang ku tonton pas, especially even in Norway, pas di Norway when I was learning Norwegian was all in Norway, and then when I was in Qatar was all in English. Jadi kayak indirectly absorbing that information or that ilmu secara lewat entertainment. So using like entertainment to learn about English through there, and that's kind of where I started from the basics. Tapi pas masuk SMP, I think that's when I actually started to read books, kayak novels. That's when I started to read novels, kayak mulai dari kayak buku-buku kecil gitu, kayak not doesn't reach like 100 pages, and then I moved up forward. I know Ram said you should definitely watch, if you don't like reading, definitely learn English through watching. Tapi reading gives you a bit more kayak apa ya, kalau teman-teman mencari kayak mau belajar more vocabs gitu, I think books, especially not non-fiction books ya, kayak bukan buku-buku seperti yang very specifically kayak bilang this book is for learning English. No, bukan buku-buku seperti itu, tapi lebih buku fiction. I think is actually more helpful than if you read buku-buku spesifik yang untuk pelajari English gitu. Because if you're reading fiction, it has that same effect as if you're reading, as if you're watching a show. Kayak it's entertaining, tapi also novels and fiction use more kayak apa ya, niche, unique vocabs gitu, vocabs yang lebih advanced usually daripada if you read ya di buku-buku how to speak English like that, ada sih yang kayak directly tell you this vocabs mean itu, tapi di kepalamu tuh seringnya nggak connect gitu kan kalau you belajarnya seperti itu, karena you have nothing to reference it to, you have nothing to, misalnya seperti what Rom said, you learned, what was that word, Rom? Jurisdiction. Yeah, you learn jurisdiction from Black
Actually,
Panther.
I like that word.
Yeah, kan?
I really like that word. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, I really like that word.
Yeah, so you learn jurisdiction from Black Panther. Jadi pas you ngingat vocab itu, you ada referensinya kan ke Black Panther itu. And menurutku that's the best way to learn vocabs. Jadi if you see a vocab that's really interesting, misalnya di content, di entertainment or whatever, if you can connect it to another or something that makes it fun for you, you'll remember it more gitu. In my opinion.
I agree.
Jadi pas aku baca novel tuh, but I learned more in novel, more vocabs and while I was reading novels than when I was learning in English, or learning English formally, karena there's just so much more in-depth vocabs. Ya mungkin awalnya you nggak ngerti apa-apa, but that's okay. As long as you ngerti konteksnya, it's still interesting to read gitu kan. And then as they introduce more vocabs, then you kind of pick up small vocabs here and there as you read. I think that's also one of the best ways to learn. And menurutku, just like even talking to friends dari Lombok, or just friends from Indo, or just people learning English, I see a definitely a different level of vocabulary between people who read novels and who don't. Because people who read novels pick up on the vocabs more like faster, and they have a lot more vocabulary in their head daripada those who learn English secara formal aja. So I think it's definitely one of the best ways to learn languages in general, through entertainment or through books. And I think like from dari SMP, SD, from like middle school, elementary to high school, that's all I did. I just read so much. I read so much novels and whatnot. And then that's where I learned English. And then yeah, I think fast forward kayak now I'm in Canada, and yeah, I didn't really have to relearn anything anymore at that point, and then it's just become an environment. If anything, my journey is more relearning Indonesia daripada learning English, karena if Roms, I don't know if Roms can remind me what my Indonesian level is like a year ago. I think it's even now it's still pretty rusty. Agak apa ya? It's not as natural, nggak senatural if I'm speaking English. But yeah, I have kind of the opposite problem. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, kayak di-mention sama Bro Haider tadi, guys. Jadi problem yang dihadapin itu quite the opposite dengan problem yang kita hadapin gitu. Nah, kalau kita kan apa ya, agak susah untuk mentranslasikan dari Indonesia ke bahasa Inggris gitu kan. Tapi kalau Bro Haider ini dari bahasa Inggris ke bahasa Indonesia. Nah, kenapa kira-kira dari cerita yang Bro Haidar udah sampaikan tadi, jadi ada beberapa poin yang bisa kita ambil. Jadi yang pertama itu kalau mau belajar bahasa, ya memang harus ada apa ya, some kind of like motivation to do so. Jadi ada motivasinya. Jadi Bro Haidar itu seperti yang dia cerita itu kan bahkan apa ya, bahasa pertama selain bahasa ibu yang dia kuasai itu kan bukan bahasa Inggris, melainkan bahasa Norwegia. Kenapa? Karena pada saat itu dia harus melanjutkan atau mengenyam pendidikan di Norwegia. Dan di Norwegia itu disediakan juga guru bahasa Norwegia untuk imigran. Nah, karena kan kebutuhan atau demand-nya dia tinggi tuh, harus kuasai bahasa Norwegia biar bisa bersosialisasi sama orang di sana. Itu kan ada alasannya, ada reasonnya, ada motivasi untuk untuk belajar bahasa. Jadi kayak gitu. Jadi kayak makanya mungkin dari cara belajarnya mungkin berbeda kita sama Bro Haidar ya. Karena kan Bro Haidar langsung terjun ke lapangan. Kalau kita nih belajar juga ada mungkin teman-teman yang otodidak, ada mungkin teman-teman juga yang sambil les juga. Tapi kan we have to admit that begitu kita kelar habis let's say ngelakuin English course kita, bingung kita mau implementasi di mana, kita mau ngomong sama siapa, mau praktek sama siapa gitu kan. Nah, bedanya kita sama Bro Haidar tuh langsung belajar bahasa, langsung keluar dari pintu dia buka ketemu sama bule, ngomong langsung pakai bahasanya. Bedanya di situ, guys. Kayaknya teman-teman tuh harus cari alasan, dalam artian motivasi kalian dalam belajar bahasa. Itu harus, atau belajar apapun itu, entah itu bahasa, entah itu matematika atau apapun, harus ada alasannya. Kenapa teman-teman itu belajar ini? Apa alasannya? Apa motivasi di balik proses belajar Anda? Itu harus ada. Nah, gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya teman-teman pengen belajar bahasa Inggris biar bisa lanjut kuliah S2 ke luar negeri misalnya, atau beasiswa S3 ke luar negeri, itu bisa banget. Itu motivasi. Kan? Harus ada motivasi. Nggak bisa kita belajar, ya udah saya pengen belajar aja gitu loh, biar ya udah nggak ada alasan gitu. Kalau belajar bahasa Inggris biar keren aja, itu motivasi juga loh, guys. Ada alasan kalian belajar. Saya pengen belajar bahasa Inggris biar keren aja gitu loh, biar biar bisa pakai accent kayak orang-orang di apa
UK.
orang-orang di UK atau mungkin
British.
orang-orang di US gitu kan. Gitu, itu alasan, itu motivasi itu. Oke, terus sampai sini sebelum kami lanjut lagi ada pertanyaan nggak teman-teman? So, or do you have like your own story
Yeah, I'm
to
kind
like
of
to
curious
share
juga.
to all of us? Like, don't ever hesitate. So, if you may, okay, if it's possible for you, I would love to hear you share your story in English. Okay, kalau bisa bahasa Inggris. If you can't, that's totally fine. You can like try to mix it up, bahasa Indonesia and bahasa Inggris. That's totally fine. Or full Indonesia doesn't really matter. Okay, yang penting apa namanya, kita dengar dulu struggle teman-teman. What kind of endeavors that you've been like through? Okay, what kind of struggles like yang teman-teman sudah coba pecahkan, yang sudah teman-teman coba terobos gitu. So, do you guys like have something you wanna say or wanna ask something?
Udah volunteer, maybe. Siapa? Any
Okay.
familiar
So yeah,
names?
so we got like ada so we have Mbak Guday Farasya. Looks like Mbak Guday Farasya ini salah satu member yang baru. Welcome aboard, welcome to our family. Dan ada Mbak Mirna juga, ada Mbak I don't know Mbak atau Mas HS. Terus ada Mbak Fani, terus ada Mbak Hafsah, halo, dan Mbak Yatmi, halo juga. Okay, so Mbak Iva, do you have something you want to say? Like, tell us about your story. Okay, I heard that you are currently in Bali. Okay, am I right? So yeah, so tell us something about your
Journey
your
atau
journey,
where you
your journey,
started?
your
Mulai dari
yes,
mana gitu?
mulai dari mana? Tertarik belajar bahasa itu dari mana?
Saya?
Yes.
Okay, hello guys. My name
Hello.
is Guday Farasya.
Hello.
But you can call me Ipa.
Okay.
So I want to share a little bit my story about learning English. Actually, since I was a kid, my parents taught me a lot of words of English. Like in our house stop, they just like write the name of the stop in my house. So I kind of terbiasa dengan English sebenarnya dari kecil.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting.
But tapi when I grow up, just like a little bit different because I don't have any partner to speak with. Jadi bahasa Inggrisnya ya udah sekedar cuman tahu artinya atau kayak
Teorinya
oh
gitu.
paham. Tapi kalau untuk speakingnya itu lumayan tidak pede gitu karena ya balik lagi I don't have partner gitu buat speaknya, buat berbicaranya. Ya terus when I was in college, I realized that English is really important. So I tried to learn with myself, belajar sendiri, sama juga kayak Romi gitu belajar dari movies, terus listening a lot of West songs, singing a lot of
Oh yeah,
songs gitu.
songs
Jadi dari sana
definitely.
ya dari sana sebenarnya belajar buat lebihnya, improve-nya di English-nya, terus tapi untuk speaking-nya masih kurang gitu karena sejauh ini as this part I just speak with myself in front of mirror and then I'm making videos for myself buat improve my communication skill gitu.
Yeah,
Jadi so that's it, but I think I just want to improve more of my English skills, so I want to join this community. I got a little interested because I watched Romi's Snap. So I asked him to, can I join this community? So yeah, that's it maybe. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Okay, thank you.
Jadi
Yeah,
pas
that's very interesting.
you rekam diri ya kayak you record yourself speaking gitu, or and then you kind of rewatch it to learn. Okay. Yeah, because that's also bukan hanya di speaking tapi juga bukan hanya di bahasa, learning bahasa, tapi juga in public speaking is one of the things that I remember learning. Itu the best way to learn how you communicate is to watch or rewatch yourself and then like pick points where you think you could improve on. So that's also a really cool way to learn.
Okay. And
Yeah.
one more thing, I mean like um yang bikin menarik selain itu sih tadi ya cara mungkin this is the reason why like apa ya surroundings atau environment itu very important for you to learn English or learn something apa like very very fast. Jadi for Mbak Iva's case gitu kan, her parents gitu kan itu benar-benar uh, menarik juga ya. Apa pintar banget. Jadi apa jadi anak-anak itu kan karena anak-anak itu punya apa ya mereka itu karena kan dibiasakan dari kecil jadi Mbak Iva ini dibiasakan dari kecil jadi setiap benda apa namanya setiap benda mungkin di kamar atau di rumahnya itu ditulis bahasa Inggrisnya di apa di jadi tulis atau apa di selama apa double tip atau gimana gitu kan pokoknya
Mhm.
tulis nama jadi for example ada meja table terus ada computer terus ada kulkas refrigerator gitu dan lain sebagainya dan secara nggak langsung anak-anak tuh bakal coba apa ya coba implement dan coba apa jadi mereka tuh bakal penasaran dan karena memori anak-anak itu masih fresh ya compared to adults
Mhm.
actually memori anak-anak dibandingin sama adults itu anak-anak tuh lebih cepat dalam menyerap sesuatu
Yeah, they absorb
Itu.
faster.
lebih cepat banget kayak
Hmm.
cepat banget jadi mungkin teman-teman biar jadi apa namanya pembiasaan juga dengan apa nama-nama benda mungkin kalau teman-teman lihat nih liatin sekeliling teman-teman di kamar misalnya yang ada di kamar perhatiin ada beberapa benda yang teman-teman tuh nggak tahu apa bahasa Inggrisnya ini atau apa ya apa bahasa Inggrisnya ini jadi teman-teman tuh coba catat tempel aja tuh entah itu pintu door atau pegangan itu handle terus ada apa namanya saklar tuh switch terus ada laptop tuh laptop terus ada mouse itu mouse dan lain sebagainya percaya deh nanti apa cepat atau lambat teman-teman tuh bakal gampang jadi kayak pas belajar itu kayak smooth like
Yeah.
butter.
Nice, nice. Cool,
That's very
makasih.
interesting.
Thanks, Mbak Gudeva.
Kasih.
Ada
Mbak
yang
Iva?
lain lagi? We're also interested
So,
to
yeah,
hear more.
yang
Mungkin
lain?
nggak tahu kalau itu Mbak Yatmi ya.
Ah.
I think she was part of cohort 2 and I don't know. I'm kind of curious about your journey juga atau Mbak Mirna or Mbak Afsa.
Yes, anyone? Actually, I saw Mbak Mirna tadi apa namanya for a split second she turned on her camera. Okay, I think apa namanya misclick itu adalah sebuah apa ya sebuah destiny ya sebuah takdir mungkin teman Mbak Mirna pengen ini ya jadi apa laptopnya
Yeah, but
okay
is
so
it
yeah
okay? The background is like alcohol drink.
nah wow that's very interesting.
We don't care tapi
let me see it.
if you
Let
didn't.
me see
Like
it. Let
this,
me
but
see it.
I already blurred it
Oh yeah.
because I'm
Okay.
still working now.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
wow, that's interesting. Okay, before we continue, if you may, okay, please introduce yourself and then, if it's possible, mention about your job maybe, and then continue with your journey. Okay. Alright,
Okay,
let's hear
hello guys, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Renawati Dewi. I'm from Sembalun. Maybe everyone who from Lombok know about Sembalun, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but now
Obviously.
I live in Gili Air.
Oh.
I'm work
Mm.
here as a cashier.
Oh, cashier. Okay.
Yes, and yeah, I'm in love with English when I was junior high school. Yeah, because I see like there are many tourists. You can say tourists, right?
Tourists.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Tourists.
tourists from
Foreigners,
another
tourists,
country
Mhm.
come to my village, and I think like, wow, if I can speak English, maybe I can talk with them and saya akan merasa lebih keren gitu
Iya,
dari
kan?
teman-teman
Okay,
saya kalau
okay.
saya bisa bahasa Inggris.
Okay, that's a motivation. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that why I try to learn English, but it's autodidact. Like I don't know where I can learn English when I junior high school because in my village there is no place that we can learn English. But for now, have it. I think when I was junior high school, And then
Okay.
I continue to learn English. When I senior high school, I've learned English in 1 month. I joined the course, but I think I don't like grammar.
You don't like
I don't
paper?
really like it.
Uh,
Yeah. So I stopped to join
the
the
class.
course
Yeah.
because I don't like the grammar.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now I'm working and I meet with everyone from another country. And I think my English it's just like how to say it, levelnya tuh masih rendah banget gitu.
Oh,
Kalau
I see, I
liatin
see.
orang ngomong kayak
Okay.
kayak cuma paham yang basic-basic aja gitu.
Mhm.
Makanya pengen lebih
Cuma
di
pengen
pelajaran lagi.
improve ya, pengen
Ya,
improve gitu.
improve bahasa
Okay.
Inggrisnya.
Improve. Okay, that's so interesting. So you have your motivation, you have your motive,
Mhm.
and I mean like so before we answer your question, okay. So I have a question of my own.
Hmm?
I mean like how long have you been staying in Gili Air?
It's almost 1 year
It's almost
in
a year.
December.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
it's almost a year. Okay, so um apakah selama Mbak di sana itu kayak apa ya nggak tanpa sadar itu ada pernah ngerasa kayak karena sering berkomunikasi sama apa foreigners atau turis in your case itu turis, apakah ada ngerasa kayak misalnya itu kayak ngerasa improve beberapa hal dalam bahasa Inggris karena kan mau nggak mau ini ya Mbak pas bicara dengan turis itu walaupun apa kayak ada kayak kurang paham sama apa yang mereka bicarakan terus mau ngomong ngebalasnya juga mungkin karena pembendaran katanya Mbak seperti yang Mbak bilang mungkin Mbak ngerasa Mbak tuh masih di tahap beginner gitu jadi Maya ngerasa perbendaran kata tuh masih terbatas tapi apakah Mbak itu apa ya ada kayak dorongan gitu yo ada ngerasa dorongan nggak pas apa namanya wah ini tulisnya banyak tapi saya tuh masih gini-gini aja gitu apakah ada ngerasa dorongan gitu setelah ngelihat
Ada.
situasi yang oke
Ya,
makanya
kadang
kok
juga kalau dengar apa namanya yang native speaker ngomong langsung tuh kayak beda banget ngomongnya Kak.
This is very different.
Orang Indonesia walaupun secepat apapun ngomong bahasa Inggris masih bisa dipahamin, tapi kalau udah bule kayak lebih
Oh
bakal
yeah.
susah.
susah buat dipahamin.
I think it's
Padahal
harder
itu
juga karena
ya
not all the tourists itu apa first language-nya juga English kan. Jadi mereka berbicara lewat English.
Broken English.
Yeah, sometimes also in broken English kayak misalnya mereka dari France and then you can still their accent tuh kayak bener-bener kuat banget di France. Jadi kayak even hearing them in English is hard. Kayak kadang-kadang aku yang mungkin udah lumayan Englishnya udah kayak natural banget. Sometimes if I hear other foreigners yang first language-nya nggak English kayak susah juga dipahami. Jadi kayak I can imagine kalau Englishnya belum selevel yang Anda mau itu kedengerin English with another accent tuh kayak challenge-nya lebih gitu kan pasti.
Ya.
iya betul. Soalnya banyak juga
Biasa.
yang emang bahasa mereka pakai logatnya mereka.
Iya kan? Pakai logatnya mereka. Exactly. Interesting.
Wah, menarik ceritanya Mbak. So ya, oh ya, one more thing. Udah ini nggak? Apa namanya? Udah daftar di mentorship itu? Udah send
Iya.
yourself in like mentorship demand?
Oh, I think she just
Belum
joined.
kayaknya.
Yeah, she just joined.
Ya.
Like literally
Okay.
today. So,
Baru join hari ini Mbaknya.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so welcome aboard. Okay, welcome aboard Mbak
Thank
Mirna.
you.
So ya, and hopefully Anda bisa sign in juga Pak ya di mentorship itu karena apa namanya nggak cuma apa ya Mbak ini kan salah satunya juga demand-nya tinggi untuk apa ya untuk bisa bahasa Inggris karena relate ke pekerjaan Mbak sendiri kan sebagai waitress gitu kan sebagai cashier. Nah
Yeah.
jadi ya we're very glad to help you. Okay, we will welcome you with open arms like obviously.
Yeah, thank you.
Jadi Jadi kami harap buat teman-teman yang baru join seperti Mbak Mirna, Mbak Iva, jangan lupa terus aktif di activity room. Kalau misalnya ada
Hmm.
tes baru dikerjain, oke? Nggak apa-apa. Kalau misalnya ada nih member yang udah duluan nyobain, jangan lupa teman-teman tuh cobain juga,
Yeah,
oke?
yeah, yeah.
Nggak
The
apa-apa.
activity room is always there for everyone. Jadi
Ya.
kalau
It's always open. Oke. Teman-teman perhatiin deh di activity room ada nggak yang ngejudge? Ada nggak yang bilang, oh ini kurang bagus, oh ini gini gitu. Jangan ngomong bahasa Inggris, stop gitu. Nggak ada. We won't do it. Okay, like
Yeah, just-
100% guarantee.
yeah,
No
yeah.
lie. Okay. We are here to support you through your journey, of course. So yeah, don't ever hesitate to learn because itu aku juga masih belajar dan masih terus belajar. Dan bahkan mungkin Bro Haidar juga masih terus belajar juga. Jadi kita belajar bareng-bareng lebih enak gak sih guys kalau belajar bareng-bareng daripada sendiri kan?
Hmm.
Nah gitu lah anunya istilahnya.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Kasih
one more
Mbak Mirna.
anunya mungkin one more person. You guys like do we have enough time? I mean like tadi kita sempat ngaret ya mulainya Bro Haidar.
Iya, 10 menit. Bentar.
Okay,
Kita,
so yeah, one
if we
more.
have another
Mana?
volunteer boleh. I think that's left. I think few people
Atau
left.
mungkin ada tambahan dari Mbak Iva apa gimana gitu? Atau dari Mbak
Ada
Mirna tambahin
pertanyaan
lagi?
ke kita
Pertanyaan,
gitu.
yes.
Bahasa
Kalau
sama
misalnya
Yatmi
nggak
juga
benar-
kalau mau bertanya feel free to ask.
Kalau misalnya nggak berani buat masih malu-malu buat nyeritain journey-nya nggak apa-apa, tapi pertanyaan aja nggak apa-apa. Langsung kamu pergi Mbak Yatmi.
How good.
Okay, as fast as lightning. I'm speed. Okay. So yeah, Hassan. I'm sorry. I thought you were a girl. I thought you were a female, my friend. My bad.
No worries, bro.
Assalamualaikum, brother. So yeah,
Are you?
if you don't mind, could you please like turn on your camera so that all of us can see your handsome face, brother? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, well,
He's in holiday mode. Bro is in Lombok.
yo, where you at? What's this outfit, bro? Like,
Yeah.
are you in holiday or some kind of?
Yeah. Today, hari ini aku di Solong Belanak.
Wait, no way.
Wait, Rom, she just learned
Yeah.
this? You didn't know?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, no.
Yo, no, I feel betrayed. You have my contact. I already gave you my contact. Why didn't you tell me? Like, I feel betrayed.
I'm not in Mataram. I was only in Mataram for a little bit,
Yeah?
and then I was actually with another friend from Canada.
Hmm?
So
Okay.
I'm actually waiting for my visa extension.
Visa
So
extension?
inshallah, if I get the extension, then I will be around in Lombok for a little while longer, and then inshallah we can hang out.
Yeah, of course, yes. Just let me know, yeah? Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, bro, Haidai, why did you tell me?
Oh, I forgot.
Just,
But I didn't
you
even
were, like,
know
keep your
until
mouth
like a few years
shut.
ago.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like, how long have you been here?
Almost 3 weeks, but not in Lombok. Like I was in Bali, Nusa Penida, Gili, and like I was just going around with my friend from Canada. So, yeah.
Okay. So I mean, like, if you get the chance, okay, you have my number, right?
Yeah,
don't
inshallah,
forget to,
I
like,
will message you.
Inshallah, we'll catch up later. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Hassan, everyone. So he's one of the one of the guys behind Voice. So yeah, say hello to Hassan. So,
Yeah.
okay, Mbak Hafsah, do you have something? Are you
No, I
there?
don't have.
Okay.
I know you don't
Even
have.
I have a question. I always ask to Kak Atin or Kak Sati. So
Okay.
for today, I don't know.
Iya,
Okay.
I heard from
Okay, so
Kak
you have your-
Santi, you suka banget cerita ya.
Yeah, Kak Sati so far.
Right? Yeah. Definitely talk to Santi. Santi juga banyak cerita, so make her talk, learn from her.
Yeah, I guess. Itu I guess. So yeah, if you wanna like find some kind of like example Jadi
Oh
bisa
iya.
dilihat dari
Yeah, maybe Mbak Hafsa can say a few things tentang cara mentorshipnya, kayak is it fun, kayak apa, what is it,
yes.
like how do you feel so far Mbak Hafsa sejak udah dapet ini?
For now, ya seru sih. Kayak kan waktunya itu kan cuma 30 menit kan, tapi banyak uh, story-nya kayak storytelling gitu sama Kak Santi, so kayak jadi kebablasan. Jadi yang awalnya tuh first first time itu kayak cuman 14 minute, terus habis itu yang second meet itu udah yang 1 jam lebih.
Oh iya kah? That's a lot.
eh,
That's
eh,
okay.
nggak jadi 30 menit, jadinya 1 jam 18 menit mungkin kemarin.
Nice.
Seru sih sama mentornya.
Nice.
Oke. Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Ya guys, jadi teman-teman yang belum sign in, sign your name di di itu linknya beredar ya.
Iya, ada di
Oke.
bio di grup itu. If you
Oke,
check
jangan
our
lupa.
in the WA
Oke,
bio.
don't hesitate
Yeah.
untuk untuk sign your names di mentorship demand.
Yeah.
Okay?
And then
Okay,
yeah,
I
don't
guess
forget
that's the
to
end of it.
Yeah, and don't forget to be active di group, karena especially for the ones who's new here, kalau beraktif within each month kita selalu ada activity, selalu ada talk show, and then you get points for every time you participate. And then at the end of the month, after 4 weeks gitu, habis 4 minggu, you'll get a prize like a voice merch. Kemarin Mbak Hafsah menang
Yes.
voice shirt, itu udah jadi. Hafsah jadi ntar tinggal dikirim aja, so insyaallah will come to you soon.
Oh ya, thank you Kak.
Yay.
Thank you.
So yeah, I guess that's the end of it.
Yeah.
For today's session. So it's as I mentioned before, it's a bit more casual than our previous talk show, because it's just us. It's just us Indonesian who wants to share our thoughts. Okay. Mungkin untuk next talk show, okay, we're gonna have more
Another guest speaker, I think.
yes,
Yeah.
another guest speaker obviously dari berbagai negara lagi. Jadi teman-teman pantengin terus, jangan lupa untuk aktif juga di grup dan aktif juga di talk show, because eventually you'll get rewarded. Okay, bakal ada hadiah, and it's 100% worth it.
Yeah.
Okay?
But yeah, hope to see
Yeah.
you guys again. Potentially next week, mungkin kayaknya next week. But
Yeah, next week. Wow.
we'll see.
Okay, that's great.
We will see.
Okay, we'll see ya. We'll see.
Tergantung guestnya.
Ini kenapa Resen, Mbak Hafsa? Do you have something?
Oh, clap.
Yeah,
It's a clap.
I want to ask
Oh ya,
one
silakan.
question.
Ya, silakan.
Okay.
Yesterday itu ada di activity room itu kan ada task ya dari Kak apa ya? I don't know.
Mbak Mima.
Ya kayak voice note banyak-banyak itu. Nah itu kalau misalnya kan itu udah dari kemarin kan. Terus kalau misalnya I mau coba untuk hari ini atau besok itu masih berlaku nggak?
Iya,
Atau-
masih. It's selalu berlaku sampai the next activity mulai gitu.
Oh, oke. And then itu tuh harus punya partner dulu. So I search, I have partner dulu, so baru bicara di situ, or not?
Enggak. Itu
Oh,
Mbak
oke.
Mima yang respon, moderatornya.
Oh, oke. Oke, thank you Kak.
So just respond, and then either Mbak Mima atau si Mbak Atin ntar paling kasih respon balik. Atau kalau nggak
Oke.
ada,
Soalnya
respon
kayak
bos, ya.
I talk to my friends yang ikut juga, kayak kan ada teman sekelas yang ikut kan, terus I say to my friend kayak mau nggak kita practice yang ini, terus teman saya bilang mau, tapi dia masih malu katanya gitu.
Iya, nggak apa-apa. But yeah, no, you don't have to. You just have to respond one voice note balik, ntar Mbak Mimi yang balik respon itu. And then same dengan teman-temanmu juga yang mau respon itu, mau beraktivitas, kayak they can have a turn as well. After you've done it, and then they can also send their voice note, and then our moderator Mbak Mima akan kasih respon balik, and then you can role play with her.
Oke Kak.
Okay, thank you Mbak Hafsah. So yeah,
I think
okay,
that's
that's it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is for today. So, I mean, like, do you guys want to have like photo session together?
Oh yeah, I
Like,
forgot.
Shoot. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I always forget.
Okay.
Bro. Whenever
Brother
Adi's not
Hassan,
around.
if you are there, if you are